Rushanara.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Britain could be so much better. We have world-class universities, we have some of the best firms in the world, we have an amazing tech and life sciences sector, great startups, SMEs, a fantastic banking sector, and people who are desperate to rebuild our economy after the damage done to our country by this government. The Chancellor could have come up with a budget that's about fixing the future, that is about investment, that is about growth. What we have is him trying to fix the damage done by his party in government. What we saw last year was the spectre of the IMF pointing out that the UK has the weakest growth compared to our competitors. UK growth is flatlining. The economy will shrink by 0.2% this year. The OBR forecast that the next 2 years will see the biggest fall in household incomes, with real incomes to fall by 5.7% in the next 2 years, the largest since records began in the 1950s. Madam Deputy Speaker, we also saw the spectre of people's mortgages going up, and the average mortgage, because of the Liz Truss premium, because of the former Prime Minister and the former Chancellor's Chancellor crashing the economy, will go up by an average of £2,000 a month. The previous Prime Minister crashed the economy in her 49 days in office, costing the country over £1 billion for every day she was in office, making it the most expensive work experience placement in history, Madam Deputy Speaker. This Chancellor delivered his autumn statement and promised a shallow downturn. What he did was serve up £55 billion of spending cuts and tax rises to patch up the Conservative chaos caused by multiple Prime Ministers and about 4 Chancellors. But, Madam Speaker, I've lost count. What he should have done today was begun with an apology to the British people, because apology is what's needed for the fact that what they've seen and what they've experienced is economic misery and hardship in the hands of the former Prime Minister and the former Chancellor. Madam Deputy Speaker, what we need is rapid investment, a genuine plan for growth. We've seen in the US President Biden introducing the Inflation Reduction Act, where $370 billion will be invested in business, will be focused on greening the economy. We need to make sure that our economy is fit for the future, that there is a genuine plan for growth. We haven't seen that. What we are seeing is investment down. What we are seeing is lowest business investment in the G7 for this country, mortgages going up. What we've seen is wages at the lowest in real terms over the last 13 years. The tax burden among the highest since records began, since the Second World War. And the Chancellor has done nothing to improve the plight of the British people. What we've seen is him trying to pretend that the mess that's been made is not the mess made by his party in government. Labour will deliver a green growth, supporting 400,000 jobs in green businesses. We will retain workers with the skills in the green economy in every corner of the UK. There will be genuine levelling up. We will rebuild business with a national investment bank that supports the drive for a net zero economy. And I could say much more, but I'm limited in time. We have a plan for growth. We have a plan for a high-skilled, high-wage economy. The Conservatives had 13 years in government. What we've seen is 13 years of austerity, the destruction of vital public services, and the destruction of our economy. And added to that, what we saw is the previous Prime Minister but one negotiate a deal that has led to our economic reduction in our GDP because of the poor deal that was negotiated, a Brexit deal that was negotiated. That is costing £100 billion in lost output and £40 billion less in revenue to the Treasury every year. Madam Deputy Speaker, the last Prime Minister has cost £55 billion when she tanked the economy with her then Chancellor. Britain could do much better, but we won't get much better. We won't get better until we have a change in government. It's time for a Labour government.
Craig McKinley.